We are back once again. How's everyone doing? All right, welcome back. We are back. We are gonna start part 2 on cleaning. Maybe you guys get to see some real cools, but as today gets started, we gotta check on the babies. Hold that thought. Look at this goofy monkey. What's up? How you doing? Look at this goofy monkey. Look at that goofy monkey for a second. Alright. Sorry about that, y'all. What's up? Sorry about that. I know I'm late. There's some crazy stuff happening in the background. Alright, let's finish up this side real quick. This is Melanie or Merly. I need to sex some. I've been trying to pair her, and I don't know what sex she is, so I do need to probe her one of these days. But she is too tiny. Alright. But what are y'all doing on a Monday? Some of you are probably in school. I know my cousins have started their school. One of them has started pre-K, or not pre-K, preschool. One has started high school. So, wonder how she's doing. And I think one is going into the 4th grade. Maybe 5th grade? No. It's either 4th grade or 3rd grade. Alright, so we're gonna take a look at Claudia. She did not eat last night, so I'm kind of mad at her. Hey, baby girl. You gonna be nice? You gonna be nice? We'll see about that. We'll see about that. She has her head up, ready to strike at me. So I did get bit last night. So there was a few snakes I had to feed. The babies. Oh, we gotta do the babies real quick. Alright, once I do this, we'll hop over to the babies and see how the babies are doing. Like, she is looking around for food. Sorry, I had to cut the live stream short yesterday. My phone was about to die, and I just didn't have a battery pack at hand. Let's see how Rich is going to cooperate today. I'll be right back. Keep an eye on her for me. Did she run away or anything? She just looks goofy as always. But yes, I did get bit last night. Because I like to tuck all my animals in before bedtime. And my big girl, Starlight, right here, she took a nip at me. She took a nip. Luckily, it was just a defensive bite. This is Ziva. No, this is Claudia. She hasn't been eating for me recently. She has decided to go on a hunger strike. She's very tense right now. I'm gonna put her back in there. But let me go back over here. Let me go wash my hands. When I'm messing with any type of my babies, especially the newborns, I like to have a clean set of hands. So I don't, if there's something wrong with them, I don't want them going over here and vice versa. So let me go clean my hands real quick. Alright, I have not looked in here today, so hopefully one of them has shed. Let me bring you guys closer. It's a little bit of broken, so gotta get that replaced as quickly as possible. But this is the box full of bells. Do we have any sheds yet? And it doesn't look like it. All right. Box full of bells. You guys are just seeing what I do almost daily. Box full of bells. Oh, sorry, little ones. Butterfingers. That box was a little too heavy. I'm not gonna mess with too much of these because they just ate yesterday. Babies are looking good. Oops. Babies are looking good. They're getting weight. I may try this week on frozen. See if they'll take right off the bat. Here's this guy right here. They just ate. This one's just hiding. They're getting some really nice weight on them. They've had 4 good meals. Don't want to stress them out too much, because I don't want them regurgitating. but I do a general check. I know I'm kind of going these too fast because I don't want to stress them out. Looking good as well. I just want to make sure the bowls are not on the table, or on their tail. Very good. Alright, let me go wash my hands again. Alright, so if I can get this back to where it belongs. Oh, come on. Alright, we were going to do Melanie. Or Merlin. As the table falls. Raggedy table. Alright, that should be better now. We don't want any snakes getting hurt. If you guys are liking my content, please make sure you leave a like, share, and subscribe. It really will mean the world to me. And it is very humid. You're going to see me sweat all over the place. And I give them fresh water every single week. I clean the bowls every single week as well. So if you didn't get to see her yesterday, this is my COVID snake. It used to spell COVID on the pattern. Mojave, black pewter, yellow belly. I got that bucket emptied out and all my water gonna go in here. We are a renewed resource. All the bedding, all the used bedding, all the used water will go back into the environment. Will go into the garden. Alright. So now everyone, scoot your tail, Pete. There we go. Now everyone on this side of the rack, everyone on, right here, on this side of the rack have all been swapped out, but Rose is going to go through them and double check. This one I did not swap out because she's in blue. I'm also checking humidity as well. This one needs a tad bit more. We're going to take some urates out. Where'd it go? Alright, let me get more fresh water. And I'll wash my hands. Here you go, Latte. If you guys didn't see Latte yesterday, here's Latte. I named him after coffee. Welcome back, Robinson. We're just now cleaning the other side of my rack system. But I'm also going through the other side, making sure there's no urates and all that. A little bit of spot cleaning. Why do you really like high humidity? I don't understand you. See, I don't put any wet bedding in this one. It's all dry, but some magical reason. Magical. Coco really likes her high humidity. It's really bad for the animal, but she don't know that. And I'm looking around, I'm trying to find any urates, any pea spots, and I don't see a whole lot in here. So, I don't know what's going on with her. So what I do, just to combat with that, oh man, I'm sweating. We're gonna take some paper towels, a big chunk of paper towel, and we're gonna do something like that to absorb all that moisture. This one looks good. Like, even though I don't put any humidity, like they range from 65 to 75 without any wet bedding in there. All right? And I live in South Carolina. So that's why I don't put wet bedding in my animals. Alright, so we got the black dragonfly. She kind of blends in. I'm kind of mad at her right now. I am. This is the way that they say things. They poop all over the place. They poop in a brand new bed. So when they poop, They leave marks all over the place. I'm just going to go ahead and swap this bin out again. So we're going to swap this bin out. We're going to swap it out again. Now, if the poop was just in one place and not spread out, I would just go ahead and spot clean it. But since it's all over the place, I'm just going to swap her out. Move my cart. All right. Behind me. Yeah, that's for true. But it's right next to the water. Oh. You gonna bite me? Good. You're not gonna bite me. D2. No. Well, she has no name. I have a buyer coming up. So this is no name. I just call her BD for short. For the black dragonfly. Alright. Now in these tubs I will put humidity in because they're small bowls. Oh. Come here, little poop monster. Black dragonfly, once again, if you were here yesterday, you saw her. And I'll give her some fresh water as well. Keep an eye on her for me. Alright. And then we'll do Patches. What's up, Patches? You gonna bite me? No? Gonna bite me? No. Good boy. Did you make a mess? No. Good boy. Alright. Oh, spill a little bit of water, but that should be fine. Alright. Next up is gonna be Simba. Simba did not eat, but my feeding schedules are usually on Thursdays, so he's kind of off a little bit. Reptile chip's kind of hard. And that's one of the reasons why people like to soak their Reptile chip or soak their cocoa blocks. It's easy to break apart. And I'm not saying that's the wrong way, it's just I personally don't do that. Everyone takes care of their animals their own way. And I think part of it was he drugged it into the water. My snakes, some of my snakes don't like when they put the rodent in the water and I have to go fetch it. But this is Simba, an albino. He was part of the Latte and Patricia clutch. So all of their babies should have het because we got visual. So we're trying to pair them again and see if we get more albinos. And that will tell me if Latte is albino or het albino. Nice markings on him. But he has trouble eating sometimes. He was doing good. I hope I didn't ruin his feeding schedule. But as you see, there's no tongue. So there's no tongue. All right. Sometimes if they don't use their tongue like they're supposed to, they have a problem with eating. This one started eating really good, but he just didn't eat yesterday. So I'm hoping that's not going to affect him, but he has no tongue. So he's going to go back there. I don't have one of those big ceramic bowls in him. What's up? I see you. How's it going? Okay. I did swap out you yesterday. All right. Oh, you made a mess. That's lovely. Thank you. And you get... I'll actually come back to you. Because I have Gravens. Well, this one still has water. I can go there. I didn't get done cleaning the tubs yesterday because I had a few other things, so I was up until, I didn't get done cleaning until about 7 o'clock at night. So, usually, on how my schedules work, is I wake up, I was running a little bit late, I slept in an hour too late, which I'm beating myself on the foot for. I usually get up at 9 o'clock. Between 8 or 9, do my morning routines, and somehow I slept until 10 o'clock. So, didn't really like that. So I got a late start today. But usually when I'm up on time, I usually can clean all my bins right before 1 o'clock. And I had to drive to go get rodents as well. Gingy. I call this one Gingy, but her name's Ginger. So this is a high white pie. She's kind of dirty right now, but she's a high white pie. And she has freckles all over her place. Yes, I hurt myself yesterday. That's not from the bite mark, but I did hurt myself yesterday. But that's Gingy. If I did have someone with me, I would have them get a close-up shot and all that while I step out of the room. This is Casper. Casper is a bamboo Mojave, and he's the father of the bell clutch. And I really like the bamboo bells. Alright, and I'll show you why. Do gravel pastel het clowns sell good? I personally don't know. What I hear at reptile shows is the lighter ones. So I think gravel pastel, that could sell. I try not to do any high-end dollar with my animals. All right. I like to target anything below $500 with my animals. 600 is pushing it. But I don't want to keep anything above 500 because I have to feed it. Alright? Like these two down here, this is a cinnamon possible het pie, and the black dragonfly I've had for a little bit now. And I would hate to see them gone, but I want them to go to the forever home. But that's why I kind of notice at shows is the lighter colors will sell. I just don't want to be holding on to an animal. Alright. I want it to go to a very good home, but I don't want to hold it. What the heck is that? Okay, interesting. We're just going to keep rolling, and I'll show you guys what I found in my Reptile chip. It's not a bug or anything. It's just the way that they process it sometimes. Never encountered this before. I'm still going to use it. We're just going to keep rolling. But there is a piece of fabric in my Reptile chip. All right. Usually I found like strings of like plastic, or not really plastic, this stuff right here in my Reptile chip. I'm still going to use it, but this is a new one on me. I guess the coconut husk was still wrapped up when they manufactured it. But I get my Reptile chip directly from Reptile chip. I don't get it from another breeder. So that was just kind of odd. Never seen that before. But what I did find, speaking of interesting, I want to say it was Nala's. And I'll show you what Nala looks like here in a little bit. There was a feather in there. Now, I don't know how the feather got in there. But it was a clean bin and all that. I opened up and there was just a magical feather. And I don't know if it was on me and when I was cleaning it got left in there. But I have no other way on how it could have gone in there. So this is Casper. He is the father of the blue-eyed Lucy clutch over there. And the reason why I like the bamboo Mojave is because of the yellow striping. And I'll show you what a Super Mojave looks like as well. But he has this yellow striping going down his back. Really awesome. That's what his belly looks like. But that's what the bamboo does. It'll add a yellow tint to it. Oh, he's a little bit dirty. You're gonna come with me. I'm gonna steal him for a second. He's gonna get a micro bath. You got a micro bath. So that's what a bamboo Mojave looks like. It might be something else. Bamboo. I think it's a bamboo Mojave. He's gonna go in there. Oh, you're fine. Can't forget the bowl. What's up, Maddie? I see you in the chat. All right, look. This is what a Super Mojave looks like. All right. Now, she is in blue. But this is what a Mojave, Super Mojave looks like. There's no yellow tint, but this one is in blue. This is Lucy. She is the mother of the bell box over there, but she is in blue. So it's just an all-white snake with blue eyes, but you can't really see the blue eyes. She's in blue. So I'm gonna put her back. I will not be swapping her out. Sorry. All right, so we got a gray, so we did those two. We did those two, I need to do that. We're gonna see my daughter again. Okay. So, I am a breeder. And I have a lot of ball pythons. I have 34 plus 17 over there. And this is just how a breeder has to have it set up to house more animals. But when you get a nicer enclosure, I would get some form of PVC enclosure. It holds the humidity better. Ball pythons don't really need natural light. That's more personal preference. All right, I don't have any lights. Even with my display enclosures in the other room, I have nothing in them. It's just been in storage because they're not designed for ball pythons. But they do have like LED strips. They don't do much besides bring life to the enclosure at night. But at nighttime, they don't do a day and night cycle. They just got a heat pad in the back, and that just warms up and that just stays on all night long. But other species like lizards, yes, I would recommend doing some form of heat lamp. I have a radiant heat panel. Now, heat rises. Radiant heat panel radiates down. Some weird physics happens there. If that answered your question. But I want to thank each and every one of you coming out, hanging out with me while I clean all my animals or swapping bins out. It really means the world to me. Another yellow strand. What we got there? What we got there? Yes, the bell box, the babies are in blue. Box full of bells. Did you guys ever go to the Southern East Reptile show, I think, where Snake Discovery was at? I didn't get a chance to go. I was working on my car. But apparently Snake Discovery went. Man, they're just leaving all sorts of stuff in this Rapid Ship bundle. I've never seen this much little paper in my life. And one replica. Yes, I burned myself yesterday. Alright, where are we at? My daughter, my girl. My first. You guys saw her yesterday. So I'll do a brief showing. But this is Kimberly, or Kim. If I would like for her to go back in the display, but the displays are not designed for ball pythons. But this is Kim. My special girl. Hey, can I have a kiss? Hey, can I have a kiss? Mwah. We do nose kisses here at Early Project Reptiles. You stink. I'm probably going to get pink eye for that. She got a little micro bath as well. That's going to go back in there. What's up? I see you in the chat. Okay. Now we're going to go back down here to Raz. This felt like a little smaller block. Okay, interesting. But what are we all doing on Tuesday? What are we doing on Tuesday? Are we about to go into a geometry class? Are we about to go learn about economics or something? I don't know what people are taking these days. Whereas you just made a mess. Raz is supposed to be over here, but she will go back when I get 2 more levels. So this is Raz. She did strike at you guys yesterday. So I'm not going to stress her out too much, but this is Raz, het for pie. Cleaning is very important. A clean snake is a happy snake. Alright, so we've done that. What do we got? So we have a gray bin and a clear bin, so we're gonna just do I think you're in blue. So we'll do you and Ziva. I'm gonna do something real quick. But I am probably gonna try Pro Cocoa. And in the future, got a piece of hair stuck in my mouth. Blech. So this is gonna go to Kai. Kai made some bangers. If you saw earlier in the stream, all the K-babies, he produced those. Really awesome clutch. This guy has been producing a lot of good stuff. He produced patches and all that. This guy is just a puppy dog and a stud muffin. So this is a banana cinnamon inchy. Love this dude right here. Worth every penny. Saying hi to you guys. He's gonna boop the camera. Boop! Give you guys kisses. But this guy produces some really cool stuff. I can't be more proud of him. What's up?
We're getting ready to run town.
Okay.
Do you want us to put her in the kennel?
Yes.
Okay. Well, she should go down for now. I need a treat to give her though.
I thought you did. I thought it was in the freezer.
She used that last night. I didn't make a new one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. If she gets crying without me, you can let her out.
Okay. My parents are going out of town. Did I spill water in here? No, you're just breathing heavy. Okay. All right. I done messed up, but I'm only human. He was supposed to get a clear bin. All right. We'll do Abba. Or no, we'll do Mala. He was supposed to get a clear bin, but he got a dark bin. Oops. I'm only human. I got distracted. Get the fresh water. Alright, so we've done that. So where's my markings? I got one clear bin left. So swap it yet. Because I already swapped out Claudia. We're going to do Nala. Nala was part of Latte and Patricia's clutch. One of the experimental clutches, I like to call it. And then we're going to get into the bigger ones. Hopefully I don't get bit. I don't mind getting bit, but it's also annoying because now you have to bandage everything up. I got bit on my thumb last night by Starlight, and I'll show you how big Starlight is. And then after we swap those big ones out, we will move into the kitchen. That'll be done for the animals. And then you guys get to see me clean some tubs. Another reason why for the late start, we had some deer. No, we're not going to do this. We have a piece of spider. And I don't like spiders. I'm not a spider person. That spider's now dead. Let me go wash my hands. I don't like spiders. I will be right back, y'all. Who are we on to? We were doing Nala. Okay, so Repticon is 95 a table. All right, it's 95 a table. Show me. They do it by day. They don't do it by table. Is 85 a day, or 85 for one day. And now they're starting to do 120 for Show Me Reptiles for 2 days. So they do it by the day instead of table. So you just walk up. How many tables do you see? 2? 1? Whatever. The Mid-Atlantic show, which I've never been down, is happening in Greenville, North Carolina. I keep bleeping out at the end. All right. I'm not in the best place in the world. And I live, we have deer roam on our property. But the Mid-Atlantic will be my first Mid-Atlantic show in Greenville, North Carolina. It is a day show. And I believe they're like 95 bucks. Now, there's some shows I don't really attend at because you need power. and you have to pay extra for power. All right, that's what I kind of experienced down in Repticon and Jacksonville, Florida. Okay, Jacksonville, Florida. Is it bleeping on anyone else's end, or is it just hers? Just let me know, because I rely on you guys for these live streams. I cannot see any feedback. Jacksonville, Florida, I found out you need power. All right. So when I'm selling product at shows, I would like to have power because I will test the heat pads right there in front of you. The all-in-one heat pads from ARS. Love those. All right. Love those. If you ever get your hands on one of them, they are awesome. All right. So I will test it right there on the spot for you before you walk away from my table. All right. But if some tables that I don't have power, I really cannot test it out for you. But if something happens to them or whatever, just contact me and I'll replace it for you. All right. All right. We're gonna do Nala. Nala was part of the Latte and Patricia. I'll show you who Patricia is. She's my 4-footer over here. So this is Nala. So when I got the albino clutch out of I don't really know what I was looking into. So I didn't know where to begin and all that because they weren't sold to me as albinos. So this could be a pastel het albino or a normal het for albino, or just a het albino. All right. I think it's pastel because she looks a lot like her mother. But what do you guys think? That is Abby in the background. But this is Nala. Really beautiful snake. So when I do education shows, I will show Nala to everyone as what a normal looks like, even though it's not a normal. What a normal looks like. But I use the correct term, pastel. All right. I have ran out of tubs to swap out. I'm limited on tubs. I would love to do this whole entire rack. Sorry, y'all. Whole entire rack in one day. I would love, that is the goal, is try to do all these tubs in one day and then move on to the Freedom Breeder rack. Alright, y'all want to see some bigger stuff? Come here, girl. There's the head. Alright, we're going to move on to the bigger ones. Alright, we're going to do the OGs. We're going to knock the OGs out. Alright, we're going to start with Firefly. Firefly is a pastel flyer. Petrie? Littlefoot? Pastel fire. She's one of the OGs. She was one of the ones that I got right after Kimberly. So we're gonna, and she's gonna be another breeder. I'm probably just gonna breed her with Kai. to get more bananas in there, more lighter colors. I will not get a cinnamon inchy because they are a lilac. It's one of those things that are one of the genes that's weird. I'm still doing more research on them. But the cinnamon inchy it's just weird. So Firefly is an OG. My OGs are Kimberly. I want to say Kai, Cooper, Firefly, Starlight, Kendricks, and Sassy, and Patricia are the OGs. They're the original, or the Project Reptile pets. I will have to break up another block. That was kind of a small block, it felt like. What is it? What the? What? I found a leaf. This Reptile block has been full of mysteries. But I'm still going to use it. Alright, we're going to see one of the OGs. So this is a pastel fire. Now she is about 5 years old. She's one of the OGs. Let me get her out. Oh man. Pastel fire. But take a look at this beauty. Up, she's gonna give you guys a kiss. Boop. Hi. What are you doing? One of the OGs. Now this one I will put humidity in, much bigger tank or tub. Right. And they get a giant water dish. Scoot your butt, scoot your butt. We'll do Kendricks. I wish I had more of these tubs. I do have one more of these tubs, but it is damaged, so I don't use damaged tubs. Right? I don't care if the snake don't feel it. If I see a crack, but I don't feel it on both sides, I'm still not going to use it because that tells me long term that tub won't last long. All right, so I don't like using broken tubs. Like right over here, I have an X on one of my tubs. I will not use that. That reminds me, don't use that tub because it's too aggressive to push in. And I do sweep after every time I clean. I'm a sweeper. I do everything for EPR, alright? Besides do the administrator stuff, the paperwork. I have someone that does my paperwork, but anything that requires hands-on, coming up with ideas, doing shows, it's me. And I only put a pinch in. I don't go crazy, but I take a pinch like this. The only way I can compare that to is dipping tobacco. If some people dip, they'll take a pinch out, put it in their lip. I don't condone doing drugs. Drugs are bad. Okay. As the guy from South Park says, drugs are bad. Okay. So this is Sassy. Sassy's a black dragonfly. Now, she is hurt, but she has healed up nicely. But right there on her head, she has no scales. All right. Story time. When I got the ARS rack system, now I love ARS, all right? I personally did not get the instructions, so I had to rely on YouTube, all right? So, I only had half the rack, and it was, get back in there, ow. I only got half the rack, no instructions, so I had to watch YouTube videos and learn how to build it, and there was a little bit more of a gap right there where they could stick their head in, and Kai actually did it, a few of my snakes did it, and the snake was just like, I need help. Like it was stuck. So when I ordered the rest of the rack system, I finally got the instructions, and I had to rebuild the rack system while I had snakes. So that's why she is the state that she is. She healed up life. She doesn't have any problems. But she's now over here in the Freedom Breeder eating good. But that's why she has a little mark on her head. And once they rub their scales off, they don't really grow back. All right, the color will come back, so it'll fade in a little bit, but the scales will not come back, unfortunately. So she got hurt just by that little hiccup. Oh, not that one. That's Ellie. As you see over here, the tower is getting bigger. Tower is already above the table. We're going to do Kendricks. And then I got one more tub, and then we're moving into the kitchen. The reason why I do it in the kitchen is I don't have a sink in my snake room. Ow. I would love to have a sink close by, but I have to do it all the way in the kitchen. It's a lot bigger. I could do it outside, but it's all mucky outside. Like, the sun's out, but the humidity would just kill me alone. I don't mind the humidity. I'm from Texas. I love the dry heat. I love the heat in general. Let me come back and mark Ellie. So now we're going to see Kendrick's. Kendrick's is a banana clown. Back when banana clowns were popular. She has little purples on her. Banana clown, really beautiful. One of the OG snakes as well. Her first clutch. I lost her first clutch. But I'm gonna try again. It was Ty, his first time breeding as well, so multiple factors played in that. But if I bred Kai to her, Kai the banana cinnamon inchy to Kendrick's, we would just get super inchies, or not super inchies, super banana cinnamon, super banana inchy, banana cinnamon, banana inchy, inchy or cinnamon, and a few, it would just be hets. We're going to do Starlight. We're going to do Starlight next. Starlight's the one that bit me last night, so let's see if she's in a good mood. Starlight is my second biggest, longest girl. Sometimes I do have to use the hook on her because she's so big. She doesn't really have an attitude problem, just when you just gotta watch out when she's in that feeding mode. Alright. Alright, let's see what mood she's in. I may get bit. Alright, she's back there. She's back in the bath. So what Starlight is a super fire. Alright, she produced some really cool babies. If I had a camera person, they would turn the camera for me. But I'm a one-man show. Alright. Alright, so this is Starlight. Hey, baby girl. My second biggest female. Alright. She has weight on her. Hi, baby. But once you get your hands on her, she's very docile. Hi, baby. Mwah. Really beautiful girl. She's gonna come say hi to you guys. Hi. This is my girl. So that's Starlight. And I believe for her first clutch, she was weighing in at like 27 last year. I think for her size, she laid a total of 8 eggs for her first round. So she, Patricia, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Patricia laid 8 eggs. So, and Patricia is one of my other biggest one. I bought both these racks brand new from ARS. I bought it in half sections. And then Freedom Breeder, I did a half section, so they're brand new. Well, when I bought them, they were brand new. Alright. Can y'all see that? Alright. So we're just going to go through them. The ones I didn't swap out. I don't have any more bins to swap them out. Alright. Kira is the mother of all those K series. She's a Super Angie Mojave Blackhead. You gonna be nice? And she's back on food, which is really nice. I love it when they go back on food and I don't have to move bins or anything. But she did a good job for being a first-time mom. I absolutely love her. She's gonna get bred, not next year, but the year after that to produce some really cool stuff. Maya, I will need to clean her first thing tomorrow. Maya, she's been paired twice with either Casper or Nanners. I'm going to give you some fresh water. Maya and Loki came from the same breeder. Absolutely love her. Her name is AK Morph. All right. And she does a lot of European stuff. Really cool person. If you haven't gone to check her out, go ahead and check her out. Most likely in the future, I'm going to cop more from her. She does some really cool projects. So definitely going to cop more for her, from her again. This is Patricia, the 4-footer. I think if she doesn't take with Latte, I'm probably not going to breed her again. But this is Patricia. She's a 4-footer. I'm supporting her up here. But yeah, this is Patricia. I bought her like this. So she was one of my big girls. Hey, get back in there. And then obviously we got Lucy. I'm just double checking her here. I may not swap Lucy out until 75. Okay. Her tub looks brand new, so I probably won't do anything until she sheds. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And I have 4 tubs. But this is what I got going on. I do want to get 2 more levels, and then I want to get the drawer system with it. That's one thing I like about the Freedom Breeder, is they have like, you can put like a little drawer system, which is really cool. All right, so everyone has been taken care of. I'm just moving some things around so I have walking space. If your room does not look like this after cleaning, you're probably not doing it right. I got Reptile chip all over the floor. I got stacks of dirty bins. So, I'll give you guys a little bit of room tour. I got my Reptile chip over here to sell to the public. So if you all need Reptile chip, let me know. My tub area right here where I put the 2 different tubs, 3 different tubs. The miscellaneous wall. I got some surplus up there, some random stuff. Got some gobies. I love using the gobies. My big tub of paper towels. But now we're not gonna end it. We're gonna keep going strong. I don't know what you mean by calling you out. Okay. I don't know what she means by that. I was talking about anything more from Texas. So I don't know what's going on there, but okay. Get rid of this table. Oh, okay. All right. I'm just gonna put that right there for now. Let me go grab a room. I'm gonna sweep this room up real quick. I even enjoy doing the boring job, which is sweeping. So. Take pride in your work, even the boring jobs, or even the fun types. All right. So always take pride in your work. That's why I kind of named my business EPR, Early Project Reptiles, because I want it to be personal. All right. It is personal to me. That's why I call it EPR. A lot of people don't name them after themselves, which is not, there's nothing wrong with it. Alright? Nothing wrong with not using your own name inside your business. Because if you look at it, we're not on Earth very long. Alright? I don't want to get all depressing or anything, but make your mark. Alright? If you want to do something with your life, make your mark. We only live once on Earth. So, with that being said, go out and do something. If you're okay doing what you love right now, that's awesome. Alright? But make your mark. Prime example, Brian Barsnick. He loves doing what he loves. He has the Reptile. He has BHB. He has the Legacy C. Alright, that is his mark that he left behind for us. So, leave your mark. I'm gonna go put the broom up. Here's Johnny! Alright, so let's get cracking on this. I always follow Gary Vee. Really awesome entrepreneur. He has made a legacy for himself. And he makes a lot of good points in his videos. So what I like to do is I like to dump all the Reptile chip in one bin and the paper towel. Alright, thanks for hanging out with us, Teresa. But if you haven't listened to Gary Vee, really awesome person. Because when you start your own business, it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen in a week. It doesn't happen in a month. It doesn't happen in a year. It takes a while. And what I like what he says, don't be the next Brian Barsnick. Don't be the next EPR. Be the next you. All right. Be the next you. Don't be the next Snake Discovery. Don't be the next famous person. Just be the next you. And that's what stuck with me. I'm not trying to be someone famous. I'm just being the best me. The next generation of my life. Sweep this room. That's why I moved the broom back. like to separate my Reptile chip and my paper towels. Because I dumped the Reptile chip outside in my secret dumping spot. And it feels like it just makes the time a little bit faster. When I have everything consolidated in 2 different piles. And if it gets overflowing like it is now, I will create a new bin. Sometimes I'll put it in the bucket right behind me. Now I have everything separated. Let me go wash my hands. And we're gonna prepare for the kitchen scene. So this is how I like to do it, and I'll show you after. Grab 3 towels. Take my bucket filled with dirty water and dirty Reptile chip. Bring that with me. All right. And thank you for sticking around, guys. It really means the world. We're just gonna move the cameras. To be honest, I hate these doors. I despise these doors. I would rather just have a normal door just like that. Something that you actually have to twist and open. I don't like those folding doors. I'm not a really big fan of those. Welcome to the kitchen. Wow, it's actually really dark. Stand by on that. stand by. We're gonna brighten this up just a little bit. We're gonna try to brighten this up a little bit. Gay, gag, and okay. Whatever you mean by that, okay. That's a little better. Y'all just have to suck it up. I don't have any lights. I was just kidding, y'all. I really appreciate all of you. We'll probably rotate it, just in case if y'all see any deer in the background and I don't. Let me see how this would look. We're going for a ride. Whee! My favorite snake, I don't have any in my collection right now, but I'm a big fan of the mangrove snake. It's a rear fang, a boreal snake, which is really cool. I want to own one of those, and then bigger is always better. I would like to own some anacondas in the future. All right. Oh, the blue pit vipers are nice. Just in case y'all see some deer walking by. They were walking by earlier. Oh, nice. Do you have a name for that berm? All right. just in case if you guys see any deer in the background, they may walk over there. I do live on a 3-acre lot, so we do get deer in the background. All right, let me go grab another tub. If I had a camera person right next to me, they would take a picture of the setup because it looks like something that you would find at a film crew or something. It doesn't ship network snakes? Okay. Do you know what morph it is? Ooh, those are nice. I like those. If I ever breed retics or berms in the future, I will not sell them to beginner people. That's just my personal thing. I want someone that has experience handling snakes. So like when you get to ball pythons, they get about 3 to 4 feet, and after that, I want you to handle boas. They are a tad bit bigger, and then we'll talk about retics or berms. I got my power bank. Okay, they cost a lot. Yep. And that's all the experience that you need. I don't have any green tree pythons, but it would be cool to have some. And some Hog Island boas. I don't have any geckos. Those are pretty good size. But this is what I do every Monday and Tuesday. Sometimes Wednesday. Actually, Wednesday too. I get to play in the water. I just take them back to my reptile room. Got my coffee right here. The best way to drink coffee is black. Hey, working with new species is always fun. I like working with new species. I got my scraper right here in my back pocket, ready to be deployed. How long have we been going? Over a little over 2 hours? All right. So I'm gonna go until my phone reaches 5%. So I'm at 26 right now. Yeah, we're at 26%. We got about like another hour. A dragon snake. I don't know. Probably mythical. That's kind of cool. So I got a big urate right here. Big urate right there. So what I like to do, because they are annoying as peanut butter. I don't know. Pure non-dish soap. You think you're going to be dealing with balls only? I'm going to deal with the well, as I slowly get bigger, I'm gonna slowly have a variety of different animals and all that. I really want to get into venomous stuff. I really do. But I wouldn't do the ones like from other countries. I would only do local stuff where I'm from. Maybe some water moccasin, copperheads, rattlesnakes, mangrove. Oh, the Titanoboa. You know what I would like to see in the Jurassic Park series in the Jurassic World? I wish they brought like snakes or bigger lizards. I think that would be really cool. But I saw a teaser trailer. I think it was just a fan-made trailer. It's called Hammond. It was on Instagram, and it gives a backstory on how Hammond developed Jurassic Park, where he was in life and then build the Jurassic Park, get down onto the genetics and stuff. Now, I think that would be kind of cool to watch, but I highly doubt they'll make it. But I think that would be really cool to see. It's pretty chill, but he likes to chill. There was? I must have missed it. Most likely, I must have missed it. I know you guys probably hated that sound. Sounds like nails on chalkboard. Out of all the Jurassic Parks in Jurassic World, which one was your favorite? I go for the underrated movie. I was a big Jurassic Park 3 movie. The OGs, yeah. I was a big Jurassic Park 3 and the first one. I didn't really care much of the Jurassic Park second, but it was interesting, but I didn't draw towards it. The only reason why I like the third movie, Jurassic Park 3, is they introduced the Spinosaurus. And I have the heart for the Spinosaurus. The Jurassic World series, the first one was good. I like the first one. But when it came down to the last two movies, Rebirth and where they combined the Jurassic Park characters and Jurassic World characters, I felt like they are holding back. Like when I was watching it, it was cool, but I'm like, that was supposed to be a main character death. There was supposed to be a main character death. I feel like they didn't want to push it too far. I have not read any of the books. I hear the books are pretty good. They're a lot more violent. Yeah, they were kind of bad. I feel like they were holding back. Indoraptor was cool. But I don't know if y'all know this. I kind of knew. I kind of figured it out. So, correct me if I'm wrong. In Jurassic Park, there was InGen, right? InGen. And then when Jurassic World hit, it was InGen and there was another genetic thing. What was it? That's going to kill me. So there was InGen and then Biosyn. I don't know if y'all saw that in the Jurassic World series. One island would be InGen, one island would be Biosyn. I don't know if y'all caught that on, but they had two different genetic companies going at it in the Jurassic World. You think it had a bad plot? I think it had a fairly nice plot to it. Dr. Grant didn't want to go back to the island or anything, and these Kirby's were looking for their son. I kind of like that story. That's just me. I like being the oddball out, but I thought that was like a decent storyline. I still think it's better than the second one. Jurassic Park 2. I think it would have to be the third one, and then the first one, and then the second one for the OG series. What do you guys think of the anime series? he wasn't really that much help. He wanted to get off the island. What do you guys think about the anime series? Jurassic World, where there's like 5 teens that followed like one of the books. I don't know. Have you guys seen that? I'm into it. I get it. It's made for kids, but it followed the book. I think I haven't read the book. But I like the twist on it more than the movies. I get it. It's for kids and all that. But I'm just a big Jurassic Park fan and Jurassic World fan. So that's just what got me into the TV series. They go more in depth. Camp Cretaceous, and they just came out with another series. And Chaos Theory. So Camp Cretaceous and Chaos Theory. Yes, those. That's the same thing with me. That's what drawed me to reptiles. Yeah, 21%. Okay. I've never done a stream this long before. So. Jurassic World movie then, 2015 versus now. It's been a hot minute since I've seen them. It's like when I made the point again. Back then, I really liked the storyline, but these newer ones that are coming out, they're kind of lacking. And what bothers me is they try to bring back scenes from OG scenes, like Jurassic Park scenes or anything. And that's fine, but don't do it too much. Don't wrap the whole movie around that. And that's what bothers me. I'm like, okay, I see that. Like, doing 1 or 2, maybe 3 scenes is fine, but don't wrap the whole movie around it. Like, that's what bothers me about these newer movies, is they copy scenes from other movies. I do go to local. I didn't like the D-Rex. You only saw the D-Rex at the beginning and then the end. they made it seem like it was going to be a big part of the movie. It wasn't. But back to the local expos. I don't have any local expos near me. My local one, it would be the Columbia, South Carolina one. Sorry, no, I'm getting notifications like crazy from people. So I don't do Georgia shows. I don't like their out-of-state fees. So I kick Georgia to the side. Rep Today in North Augusta. I'm hearing they don't do that show anymore. It was a one-day show. It was a really good show. That's what I enjoy doing. So right where I'm at, there's not really a lot of local shows. So that's why I travel a lot around South Carolina. I travel a lot around North Carolina. I just did a Jacksonville, Florida show a couple weeks ago around August 1st. That was a really good show. I was really surprised on how it turned out. That was my second best show. And then on the 23rd and 24th, we are heading towards Knoxville, Tennessee. I haven't made that big announcement yet, but I'll be going to Knoxville, Tennessee. I'll bring some supplies. I won't bring any animals, but I will be bringing supplies. But we'll be going to the Repticon in Knoxville, Tennessee. So I'll be going there on the 23rd, 24th. I will post a video on what shows I'll be doing that are upcoming. We got a lot of shows. We got a lot of shows coming up here at EPR. I'm looking forward to them. The Florida show was a last-minute show. I couldn't get into the Columbia show, Repticon, because that's always a hard show to get into. And I really needed to show, so I just went ahead and signed up for the Florida show. And it was last minute, so I couldn't bring any animals. I couldn't even bring Substreet, and I still did good. So I would look. That's a good. I think Repticon and Show. I think Show Me does Washington. I'm not 100% on Repticon, but if you go to any of the Reptile Expos, they're fun. A lot of places you can buy different things. A lot of states have different rules. A lot of cities have different rules. So it's kind of interesting. It's always going to be different a little bit, but sometimes they're a lot the same. Some shows will have more ball pythons than anything else. Some shows will have crested geckos or geckos. But I'm looking forward to the Knoxville, Tennessee show. So I'm going to have a blast with that. Yeah, okay, you're from Arizona. I think they do a few Reptile shows down there. But the show I'm looking forward to is the Mid-Atlantic show. I hear that's a really awesome show. So I'll be going up there. It's a day show. It's in Greenville, North Carolina. So I know I have a lot of clients in North Carolina as well. So I try to make best of both worlds in South and North Carolina. And then Florida is up in the air. I cannot go back to it. It's nothing against the show. I want to go back. But there's a few things I have to get done here at the house, so I can't unfortunately do that show again. But I will do it again next time it comes around. Alright, see you, dude. This is why I let, I'll say what I need to say after I clean this tub. I enjoy doing live streams. I get the chance to interact with you guys. We are starting to wind down a little bit, so I'll let it run for the next 30 minutes. That should give me enough time to clean all these tubs, and we'll go from there. I am at 17%, but once it hits 5%, I'm gonna cut it. So I'm hoping you guys are still enjoying this. I know it's a bit of a long live stream, even for me, but we're gonna go for like another 30 minutes. And that'll be Eastern Standard Time. That'll be like 2:30. So hang tight, have some popcorn, have a drink. Okay, see you, Michael. Thanks for the subscribe. Thanks for the subs. We'll probably do another live stream tomorrow just to wrap up everything. But thanks for the 7 views that are just hanging out with me. If you don't talk in the chat, that's perfectly fine. You just get to see me do some weird stuff. I may throw water on me. I don't know. The world is full of mysteries. Okay, sweet. Hey, we're cleaning tubs together. How do you, Robinson, Exotic Reptiles, how do you clean your tubs? Cleaning tubs together. All right. Okay. Hey, that's another way to clean tubs. That's interesting. You use Lysol. Okay. Do you let your tub sit out and dry before swapping it out? Yeah. I was about to say Lysol. That's a new one on me. I don't think I've ever met someone that does Lysol. But I understand. I see it. And there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. In my opinion, I don't think there's any right or wrong way on cleaning the tub unless you're just using water. If you're just using straight water, then that might be too basic for me. I let mine fully dry as well. I use the Dawn dish soap I use, I get the little ducky on it. Ducky. These are my last two medium tubs, and then we're on to the big ones. Welcome, everyone. If you haven't seen any of my live streams, welcome. My name is Freddie with the Reptile. I'm the owner of Earlier Project Reptiles. If you haven't seen me before, thank you for coming out and chilling with us. Gotta have a sip of my black coffee. Oh, I haven't heard that. But I know what stuff you're talking about, the professional clean stuff. What medical professionals, use. So what I did was, when I had some of that stuff, I would dilute it heavily with water. And then I had some leftover stuff, and I'm like, Dawn dish soap works way better. And I'm not sponsored, by the way. And I mixed a little bit of that with it just to get rid of the stuff. And it worked really well. And then I just went straightly to use this Dawn dish soap. It's cheap, it's affordable, and it works. In about 25 minutes. Let's see if I can get the medium or the large tubs done in the next 25 minutes. splash water on myself. Ow! I dropped the tub on my toe.